Given Viori's partnership with the Red Yell tribe, Viori product offerings must adhere to the tribe's timeless recipes, ensuring that consumers receive the same high-quality natural products as the tribe. In undertaking this obligation, Viori assumes the responsibility of safeguarding its reputation and that of the tribe's ancient hair care practices. Currently, a critical matter is emerging that requires prompt attention. My name is Austin Collins, and I have several potential solutions to mitigate this crisis that might pique your interest. So I want to go ahead and dive into this crisis just a little bit further here. There are currently news sources, social media influencers, and bloggers that are reporting that Viori products are giving consumers skin rashes. And this has the potential to significantly damage the brand's reputation as well as things like customer loyalty. Even if it's just a small number of customers that are affected, this issue must be addressed promptly to prevent further customer losses. This issue also has the potential to damage the reputation of the Red Yell tribe, which is already facing significant challenges due to their small population. And as a company that prides itself on using all natural organic ingredients in our handmade products, these reports are starting to raise questions about our quality control and whether or not the products are actually organic or if it's just a marketing gimmick. Next, I would like to start discussing the specific details as to why this is happening. And even though Viori uses all natural ingredients, what I found is that people with eczema, psoriasis, or sensitive skin can experience breakouts or skin complications when they use a product that contains fragrance. And although Viori is a natural company, most of the products do contain fragrance that is naturally sourced from essential oils. And it's these essential oils that are actually causing people to break out. And Viori knows this. This is why you came up with a product line called Native Essence that is recommended on the website for people with psoriasis, eczema, and other skin-related conditions. However, what I found throughout my research and what I heard is that some essential oils actually made it into a batch of these Native Essence products. And this is where consumers are experiencing an issue because it's already these consumers that are purchasing these products that have a skin issue, and the products that they're using were not made correctly. So I've developed a plan to rectify this issue and prevent it from happening ever again. So before we dive into the messaging of what we're going to say, I would like to point out some of my personal recommendations for some spokespeople for this project. So we're going to need a top executive, such as a founder. It adds authenticity to the messaging that we're going to be sending out. I would also like to have someone that has a close connection to the company where you can actually, see their passion when they speak, and has a actual connection to the Red Yell tribe that has actually been there and met them, and someone that has an honest and forgiving tone. So for some of those reasons, I believe that Tisman Fisher, the initial founder, would be a great candidate to push out some initial messaging. She has been there, she's been with the tribe, she knows them, she came up with the company after meeting them and seeing the way that they live, and she's very passionate about it. You can see the passion when she speaks about the company, and I think that's really important during this crisis. Another person that I believe would be good would be Hemi, the executive marketing director. And I believe she would be a great fit because when consumers think about this company, not only do they think about the tribe, like the tribe is what they think of, but then there's Hemi. Hemi pushes out a lot of the messaging on social media. She has a very upbeat tone that everybody is familiar with, that follows Viori's Instagram page, their Facebook, and even the website. So I think that Hemi would be like a great candidate for this role as well. Next, I want to get into who's being targeted. So who's being targeted with this project? What is the main goal? Who do we want this message to go to? And I would say the first thing on this list would be consumers that have been affected by the product. So those with sensitive skin conditions, with like psoriasis and eczema and stuff like that, because from what I found, and we're going to get into this later, but those are the main people that are being affected. We also want to target bloggers that have picked up this story as well and make things right with them, give them a second opinion, a different perspective on the issue. We also want to target the press within the United States of America because this is where the issue is happening. It's not happening anywhere else in the world, it's happening right here. So we also want to consider those consumers that feel betrayed by the company, even if they weren't affected, that we're not being honest, that the company is not authentic. We definitely want to target those people as well. So next, let's get into some of the messaging that I would like to provide. So we're going to need Tisman Fisher, one of the founders, to post a statement across all social media platforms. Nowadays, it's really important to do this in the form of a video if you're going to do it. We can change the messaging to fit different audiences. This is just a general, some general wording that I would like to use. And we can rewrite this and reuse it in multiple different ways so that it fits different situations. So, and the statement goes as follows. During my encounter with the women of the Red Yao tribe, I gained insight into their struggles and was deeply moved to help in any way possible. Inspired by their hair care practices, I founded Viori with the mission to provide effective solutions to hair care complications while supporting the tribe's welfare. It is disheartening to know that we have made a mistake during our manufacturing process, which is causing harm instead of good. We deeply apologize for any inconvenience caused and are taking full responsibility to rectify the situation. Moving forward, we have implemented some strategic quality control measures to test every batch of our products. The native essence line will be manufactured in a separate faculty to prevent contamination from fragrances and essential oils. We are also introducing a new measurement system to ensure that the correct ingredients are used in every batch. We value the tribe as if they're our own family, and we are committed to protecting their heritage and reputation. We extend our apologies to anybody affected by this mistake and invite them to contact us via social media or our website for a full refund and a special gift as a gesture of gratitude for your patience and support during this time. Well, this message works by expressing empathy towards the people that are affected. It also takes responsibility, which is the main thing, is that in the past it would seem that companies would blame like their mistake on someone else or, you know, a specific person, but it takes responsibility for this as a whole. And it expresses that empathy that shows, you know, you are deeply sorry and that this is like a heartbreaking situation. It also shows dedication to solving the issue, and it takes action. And more importantly, it offers validation from a founder. So hearing, it's reassuring to hear an apology from a message versus somebody else. So I think this is where Tisman plays an important role in making this statement, is because it comes from her and it allows for more trust. In addition to this statement, we would also like to have Hemi address the concerns of authenticity by taking consumers behind the scenes of the manufacturing process, showing the delicate and clean manufacturing and providing in-depth explanations as to why the tribe utilizes some of the ingredients that Viori uses in their products as well. And I believe that this should be done by video on owned media platforms, just because I don't believe that anybody else is able to provide that in-depth conversation that we need going on. So as well as Hemi doing this, we can also, you know, have like news sources come out as well if they want to pick up a story on how these handmade products are made and why each of these products are being used and why it's used by the tribe. So why does this work? So this shows an intimate, delicate side of the handmade manufacturing process that a lot of people don't get to see. A lot of people don't get to see companies' facilities where they actually manufacture items. And it can kind of be like a trust issue there. And since people are questioning, you know, whether or not our products are organic, this also addresses the concern of authenticity of organic materials that are being used. It also shows that Viori has nothing to hide. You know, the products are organic. They are naturally sourced. You know, they are provided by the Red How tribe. They are purchased from the Red How tribe as well. So other forms of communications and changes, I believe that there should be to really target that group of people that were affected with the sensitive skin and stuff like that. I believe that it would be a great idea to provide blog posts addressing additional ways that people with sensitive skin can manage their symptoms. Another thing that I need to address, and this is probably the majority of where this issue is coming from as well, is that I noticed that the product quiz needs to be changed to only recommend products that are scent-free. So what I did notice, because I went through and took the quiz, I noticed that if you check mark that you have psoriasis or eczema or sensitive skin, it will also include some products that have fragrance in it. And those shouldn't be there. Those should not be there. It just needs to be like the Native Essence line. And it needs to be noted on the website that, hey, if you choose to purchase something that does have a fragrance in it and you have a sensitive skin or a skin condition, that it needs to be noted on the website that there's a possibility that it might trigger a breakout. So these are things we need to educate Viori's consumers about, and educate other people about as well, because a lot of people may think, they're getting an organic product, it should not have like any negative adverse effects on their skin. However, through the research that I went through, that's not true. Fragrance is a complicated thing. Some people are affected by it, some people aren't. So, there might be some people, everybody's body is different. So some people might experience issues and some people might, but we need to make sure that we address those concerns as well. So what media channels are we going to use for this? For external customers, I really want to be able to use own media forums, websites, blogs, own Facebook and Instagram pages are really important, and perhaps the YouTube channel as well. We want to be able to make this apology and these statements as accessible to everybody as possible, so that everybody is able to see the response quickly. Because that is the main point, is we need to do this quickly. We need to start rolling things out immediately for this to work. So, of course, shared media is going to be used as well, which we're not going to have much control over that. However, that's the thing, is we need to make sure that this is set in stone, that this is what we're going to use, and we need to keep track of everything to make sure that we're on the right path for recovery, if that makes sense. And earned media will happen, such as bloggers and stuff like that. I believe that as we release these stories, that's naturally earned media is naturally going to follow behind this, just because the original story about the crisis has got so much attention so far that I believe that earned media is going to be a big part of recovery as well. So we will need to use a social listening tool throughout this crisis to check for updates to see if anything's changing. And this is going to help us determine if we need to make changes to what we're doing. There's going to be a series of questions that we need to ask ourselves on a daily basis. Like, do customers understand our message? Do customers find our handling of the crisis appropriate? All in all, utilizing these tools and tactics provides answers to questions and concerns that consumers are asking and they're looking for. And we're not just taking responsibility, but we're offering solutions with an empathetic approach and giving humanization to the brand, which I think is really important. It shows people that Viori is not just a brand, it's a family. And Viori's customers are a part of that family as well. I want you to know that I am just as passionate about Viori as you are, and protecting Viori's beautiful mission, I can still use that. Protecting Viori's beautiful reason is my beautiful reason as well. I'm just as passionate about the company as you are. If you have any changes that you would like to make to this plan, or have any questions or concerns, you can reach out to me via email or phone number. Thank you guys so much for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you.